Sheikh Naim Kassem's statements to the Associated Press on July 2, 2024, provide a clear and strategic view of Hezbollah's stance on the conflict involving Gaza and the Lebanon-Israel border. Several key points emerge from his remarks, each with significant implications. Conditional ceasefire. Kassem emphasizes that Hezbollah's cessation of hostilities on the Lebanon-Israel border is contingent upon a complete ceasefire in Gaza. This highlights Hezbollah's role as a strategic ally of Hamas, positioning their military actions as interconnected. This linkage underscores the broader geopolitical strategy where Hezbollah's actions are closely tied to developments in Gaza, reflecting a unified front among factions opposing Israel. Uncertainty in response. Kassem expresses uncertainty about Hezbollah's response if Israel scales back its military operations without a formal ceasefire and complete withdrawal from Gaza. This ambiguity serves a dual purpose. Firstly, it maintains strategic flexibility, allowing Hezbollah to adapt its actions based on evolving circumstances. Secondly, it sends a message to Israel that any half measures will not guarantee stability, thereby pressuring for a comprehensive resolution. Broad implications of the conflict. Kassem's remarks hint at the potential for a wider regional conflict involving Hezbollah's allies within the axis of resistance and possibly escalating to a broader confrontation involving multiple states and groups. This serves as a warning to Israel and its allies about the risks of a full-scale war, which could draw in powerful regional actors and destabilize the broader Middle East. Diplomatic efforts and criticism of U.S. mediation. Kassem criticizes U.S. efforts to mediate the conflict, accusing it of backing Israel's objectives in Gaza. He underscores the necessity of direct negotiations with Hamas, rejecting indirect approaches via intermediaries. This criticism highlights Hezbollah's distrust of U.S. mediation and insistence on involving primary stakeholders directly in any peace process, reflecting a broader skepticism towards Western diplomatic initiatives in the region. Strategic messaging. Kassem's statements are carefully crafted to convey multiple messages. To Hezbollah's base and regional allies, it reaffirms their commitment to resisting Israeli actions and supporting Palestinian factions. To Israel, it serves as both a deterrent and a challenge, warning that any military engagement will not be on Israel's terms alone. For the international community, it underscores the complexity of the conflict and the necessity of addressing the root causes and broader geopolitical dynamics. Balancing conflict and diplomacy. Kassem's analysis indicates Hezbollah's preparedness for both military engagement and diplomatic negotiations. By stating that any ceasefire should lead to Israel's withdrawal from Gaza and the release of hostages, he outlines a clear framework for a political resolution. This dual approach of readiness for both war and peace reflects a strategic balancing act, aiming to leverage military actions to achieve diplomatic gains. Conclusion. Kassem's points reflect a nuanced and strategic approach to the conflict. By tying Hezbollah's actions to the situation in Gaza, emphasizing uncertainty in response to partial measures, and highlighting the potential for a broader regional conflict, he underscores the complexity and interconnectedness of the Middle Eastern geopolitical landscape. His criticism of U.S. mediation and emphasis on direct negotiations with Hamas highlight the importance of involving key stakeholders in any peace process. Overall, Kassem's remarks are a calculated blend of strategic posturing, deterrence, and diplomatic signalling, aimed at advancing Hezbollah's objectives and influencing the broader conflict dynamics.